Welcome, Aquarius, to your uplifting messages. So, this reading is for the next 7 days, and this lovers is the one that has shown up as to what you will be receiving or what the focus is on for the next 7 days. So, as you can see, the card, the lovers, is related to usually love and choices, and it gets into, as you can see, the keywords partnerships, harmony, unity, values, soulmate, choices, attraction, and made for each other. Okay, and again, I really love this deck because also it provides you with additional information as affirmation. So it says, I will use my wisdom to make important choices. So, Aquarius, it's very important that within the next 7 days you do take important choices, or you make important decisions based on what you feel and also what your spirit is telling you. Okay, and of course we love making decisions based on logic, but I feel like it needs to be in tandem, right? We have the two. So I feel like logic and creativity needs to come together. Okay, your mind and your heart needs to be partners at this time. Okay, so partnership is not only anybody external of you, but it has to do with a unity that's within. Okay, so for others of you, those choices and decisions are going to be made when it comes to your home. So, again, here it says, home is the harbor of the soul, is the safest place you can be. Change your environment. And for some of you, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to be changing the environment within your home. I feel like I can see people that are like kind of pushing furnitures away, making space. So maybe some of you are making space for a new addition into the home. So congratulations. So for some of you, it will be a new baby, but for others of you, it's actually a soulmate or someone that you're inviting to your home at this time. Okay, and which will create a new dynamic, obviously. So for others of you, though, as you can see, there is a cross here. So for some of you, this could be like the heart or the center of the home for you guys, especially if this is a prayer room. For some, for others of you, this could just be like a sanctuary. So it could be a sanctuary for you and other people. So you might have opened a room for someone else to come that is not even blood related whatsoever. And for others of you, it could be like an altar if you're into that. But I also feel like it gives me the attic feeling. So, uh, uh, oh, it could also be an AA group. You're opening like an AAA group into your home, or you're inviting them into your home, or you've decided that this room is going to be specifically for social gathering, which can include AA meetings. Okay, but again, also for some of you, and I feel like this could just be like a metaphor, a spiritual metaphor that can be applied to anything in your life. So there is a Bible story that talks about Jesus' disciples that received the Holy Ghost, and they started preaching and praising in different languages. So maybe some of you are learning different languages. I mean, this is a Gemini. Gemini is related to communication, right? So, but you could also be inspired, or you could be connected to consciousness, and you are able to decipher an ancient language. So, some of you could be like, that could be, you could have a PhD in archaeology or anything related to that sector. But for some of you, there is a warning. I feel like there's a home in your neighborhood, or you might have passed before it. I feel like that home is enticing kids or others, because it's giving me that um, Ansel and Gretel story about the witch that has a that made her house of cake. So be careful where you're where you bring your kids into, especially if it's a stranger's home. Be careful where you go into as well. For some, I would suggest not even to let your kids pass in front of that home. Or, I mean, follow your intuition. Follow your intuition, because you know which home that that I'm relating to. Okay, for some of you Aquariuses, but it could also talk about a haunted home. Okay, so, or maybe there's also a special home that's illuminated 365 days, a day, like Chris, like they are reviving Christmas every day. So that could be that as well. But again, for others of you, you are also going to be welcoming a new pet, okay, at this time, okay. And I feel like for some of you, when it comes to wanting to have a romantic relationship or have any love connections at all, I feel like you want this person to have the same values that you have. And if it's faith based or religion based, I feel like this is something that you really are wanting to connect to. So I feel like they have certain platforms, dating platforms, that could be related to religion or even ethnicity backgrounds or anything of the likes. But I feel like you just want, for some of you, you want someone that makes you feel safe, or you feel like you want someone that uh, makes you feel secure. That's the kind of relationship you want. That relationship to be safe and secure, and to that partnership to feel like it's home. Okay, and also I feel like you're, I don't know if you know this person, or because some of you, you might know this person, and maybe that's the personality that they have, or that's the aura that they have, where they make you feel like home. Okay, and you might want to have a deeper connection with this person. If it is right now, like if it's a colleague or just a friend, maybe you just want to go to the next level with them if it's possible. Okay, and I feel like, this person is very smart and they're loyal. So I feel like also this is what you want. You want someone that's smart, that's very intelligent. Okay, um that person is also very rational. So that could be an issue if you're not as, not rational. But I mean, you're an Aquarius, you live in the mind. And so for some of you, you might be, that it could be a childhood friend that you're wanting to get involved with at this time. Okay, for others of you, something is coming back around. Okay, and this is related to this season. This period of time is very lucky for some Aquariuses at this time. Something that was closed off to you, something that was not working before, is going to start working. Either you're going to step onto um, its mechanism, the way that it works, and all of it. It's almost like finding the key for that lock, and things just go the way that it's supposed to. So initially, you felt like something was, I don't know, like you felt restricted at this time. You felt very restricted at this time, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's summer. I don't know if you have some kind of placements in Cancer, but things are going to be going in your favor. Whatever was not working now will be working. So, I have to congratulate your perseverance for those of you, because this retour has to do with coming back around, something coming back around, but also this could talk about having a return on your investments. Okay, so whatever you felt like the numbers were not moving, or you weren't, you weren't receiving what you were supposed to receive, now you will, though. Things are going to change. Things are going to start to move in your favor at this time. Okay, so another group of Aquariuses, the lovers, is again related to choices. For you, you're gonna start being in innovating mode. So with the right inspiration, you can bring a novel approach to almost anything. And initially when I was reading that, I'd stop at novel. So maybe some of you, you have an amazing idea for a novel. What can you innovate to contribute towards making the world a better place? Okay, which is very Aquarius like, anyways. And again, what's actually clarifying the innovation, or what that entails, is that again, you are going to create something within a specific niche that you've chosen or that your heart speaks to greatly. So, with your unique experiences and fresh perspectives, you would do very well specializing in a niche. Okay. And so I've asked, you know, what does Aquarius is really want at this time? So the lovers is something that's going to be easy, right? Something that you're going to be attracting within the next 7 days. And for some of you, and I feel like it's a small percentage, it it talks about some a decision or an action that you took on the 15th of this month that's going to provide you with initial results within the next 7 days. So for some of you, it's going to be an initial result, or it's just going to be a favorable outcome. Okay, because the wheel of fortune kept coming back, and I was unsure as to what it meant, but now I understand that it's something that's actually, it's basically, you're gonna be flying free. Okay, so no more restrictions, you're gonna be flying free. Doors are gonna be opening for you, the door that you wanted actually. But for a percentage, so you did something or you took a decision on the 15th of this month, and you are going to see the result of that decision or of that action within the next 7 days. Okay, for others of you, I feel like this is again the kind of relationship that you want as well. I mean, yes, for some of you, you want to have a person that's gonna make you feel safe and secure, and that's gonna feel like it's a home, home felt connection, meaning like you feel like you've known this person before. But for some of you, like deep down, you do want that King of Wands energy, right? So again, the keywords here is protective, natural born leader, visionary, entrepreneur, honor, magnetic, innovative. So that has come up again. Faithful, inspiring. So of course, for the millions of Aquariuses out there, that's going to mean something. But the one thing that we can understand about the King Wands, he is the go-getter. He's the one that takes action. He's the one that has the vision. He's able to see very far, as you can see with the Sagittarius energy, and he believes in his strength. He's intense. He's very charismatic. Again, that's related also to your third eye, being able to see your vision, being able to see the future. Okay, also, you know, being connected to the world's consciousness and also beyond. Okay, so the advice for some of you guys, because maybe right now you don't feel all that optimistic, you don't feel like you want to go after your dream because you feel like it's a waste of your time, right? Because some of you right now, what you're focusing on, or what you're seeing, is the restrictions, is the limitations that you're in, and what you don't understand, or what you have a hard time grasping, is the fact that everything is happening within your subconscious mind. You have to get mastery over your subconscious, okay? Because that's also where we were talking about mechanism. This is what's making things work. This is where that's going to allow certain doors to open, that's going to allow for you to make the love connections that you need to make, for you to be able to make the financial connections, for you to be able to access certain organizations, for you to be able to access certain informations. So for you to be able to have just freedom at the fingertips, you know, you want freedom at your fingertips. So with the King of Wands, as you can see, the lovers, there's this energy of detachment, which you're very good at. You allow people to do whatever they want, however they want, but at the same time, also, the King of Wands is an energy of chasing. So I think you want to attract the chaser as well. You want to be chased, okay, which is understandable, okay. For some of you, you are going to be getting a job opportunity, okay. Um, However, they are also conducting background checks. So I would suggest that you would stop doing any kind of illicit drugs and start a hardcore detox at this time. Okay. So the advice is the two wands. So again, this is the two wands has to do with power, right? Again, there's a lot of energy about vision. So I feel like some of you may have uh, important visions at this time that's going to give you hope, that's going to motivate you to put in the work because you're able to see the outcome, or you're able to see the future about your situation, and you know that everything's going to be okay. For some of you, I feel like you've mastered one thing, now you're ready to go on onto something else. But I feel like within the direction that the two wands and also the King of Wands is looking into, I feel like, sorry about that, I feel like you're kind of getting to the center of something. Like you're getting to the center of you. I feel like you've done all these things that you felt like you needed to do, and now you're just going for what you truly desire. And now you're there's a sense of getting to the seed, right? Like when you're eating an apple or you're eating your fruit that has a seed in the middle. I feel like you're getting to the core of what you actually want to do, and that's going to make you money, or you're going to be very successful. Okay. And for some of you, I don't know if like you're being tempted to give something else a chance. That's what it is. You're tempting your own self. But I feel like that's a good temptation though. That's something that you should go into. Because I feel like you've been avoiding it for a while. It's almost like I can't get this. Again, that's related to something that you felt like you could not get. So you went for everything else that you could get that could be in close comparison to what that is, okay? And you've actually mastered those things, and you've actually gained from them and gained any kind of understanding or lessons, or even, any kind of practical findings at this time. But I feel like you're being tempted to go back to center, to go back to your roots, okay? To go back to something that you actually wanted, truly wanted. At this time, you're gonna understand what the world is your oyster truly means. So therefore, you will never be limited ever again. Okay. And again, for some of you, you see how we go from the Lovers to the Chariot. Again, ambition, direction, willpower, control, success, self-discipline, focus, and determination. I am ready for the challenges ahead. Yeah, I feel like, because I feel like the reason why initially whatever you wanted didn't really work out in your favor is because you were closed off in certain way. Like emotionally you were closed off, spiritually you were closed off, and I felt like you had put limitation and shackles upon yourself. But and also you were obsessed with it. But by doing other things that were not really that much of a big deal, or that you weren't really that much emotionally connected with it, you saw how things were working. I mean, it's good even if you don't really love something, but because of the fact that your presence has added significant result or significant progression and expansion, then you know you're able to start thinking, well, how about I start leading and feeling my way through with that situation. So you're gonna start seeing things from a whole different perspective, which will allow you for you to start being in the driver's seat of your own life. Okay. And again, was clarifying the high priestess. We got two twos now. Is the high priestess. Did I say was clarifying the high priestess? Sorry about that. Was clarifying the two wands is the high priestess. Intuitive, subconscious, feminine energy, inner voice, spirituality, secrets, wisdom. What I realized with this high priestess, sometimes she likes this energy likes to play games, okay? But not in a negative sense. I feel like there's a sense because this card says anticipation. So whatever that you are anticipating at this time, you are going to get. And it's true that sometimes we don't always get the answers that we want at the time that we want. Sometimes we just have to be very strategic. So here, I believe I will make the right decisions at the right time. So yeah, now you are believing that you're able to do that. Because there's a sense with the world. I've been all over the world. The song from Neo, I've been all over the world, but I've never find someone like you. And you're gonna realize that the person that you are referring to is your own self.